What's up, guys? Welcome back to TaylorMadeOtaku, and today is the 2018 fall anime hype train. Now, if you're new to this series and you have no idea what this is, basically I go through whatever upcoming season it is, and I just tell you 5 shows that I am super excited for to see, and that ones that I will be following. I usually have about 5 that I'm definitely watching, and about 2, maybe 3 on the honorable mentions list as in things that I'm interested in watching, but there's really no guarantee that I'm gonna finish them in the season. So without further ado, let's get this list started. The first honorable mention is SSSS.Gridman, or Gridman. I don't know how you say it, but the entire reason this is even an honorable mention in the first place is because it was done by Studio Trigger. That's literally it. It has really no synopsis. We don't know anything about this anime at all. All we know is that it's an original anime by Studio Trigger. This is Studio Trigger, so this could be one of 3 things. Either 1, it can be really, really good. 2, it can be really, really weird and kind of like off the deep end weird, but still enjoyable. Or 3, it could be really good and have a terrible ending, like another anime that they had earlier this year, but we won't go into that. We all know how everybody feels about that. All I can tell you is that this is about some angsty teens and a giant robot. Maybe giant robots, maybe it's plural, I don't know. All I gotta go off of is this picture and the preview, which you may or may not be seeing because of copyright. But according to the page here, you can watch it on either Funimation or Crunchyroll for legal streaming, or you can go to whatever website that you use to watch your anime. Next up for the second honorable mention is Ulysses, Zone d'Arc, and the Alchemist Knight, which comes to us from a studio called Axis? We're gonna go with Axis. It's an interesting way to spell it. Anywho, synopsis says, during France's 100 Years' War with England, Montmorency? Monty. Your name is Monty. The son of a noble immerses himself in the study of magic and alchemy at a school for knights. However, after France's defeat at Agincourt, the school is disbanded and Monty is forced to flee. While on the run, he meets a miraculous village girl named Jeanne. So this sounds pretty lit off top. It sounds really, really good. It's an honorable mention because I don't know who Axis is. I don't know what they've done. I'm not too familiar with it. It's based off a light novel, which we all know can go either really, really south or average at best. But it's due to air on October 7th, which is Sunday when this video is going up, so today. Labeled as action and fantasy. It sounds good. From the promotional art, it looks good. Once again, you may or may not be seeing a preview based on copyright. I have no idea how many times I'm gonna have to edit this video. Yeah, it's something I'm definitely interested in watching, but it didn't crack the top 5. So let's jump into the top 5 right now. Coming in at number 5 is Boarding School Juliet. Now, based off that title, you know this is a romance story, and if you know me, you know that I absolutely love romance. You might be asking yourself, what's this about? Let's go ahead and read this real quick. To love or not to love? Juliet Priscilla and Izuka Romeo are arch enemies. They lead 2 high school dormitories, the Black Dogs and the White Cats. Well, that's just silly. From two rivaling countries. Both factions are dead set on defeating the other to gain control over the island that they have to share. Beneath the feuding exterior, however, Persia and Izuka long for love and peace for their budding relationship. So basically, they are in love with each other, and they're pretty much trying to keep their relationship a secret from both the dorms, and they're trying just to avoid trouble and just trying to be happy. Now, it's based off a manga, and from I think the 14 or so chapters that I read from the manga, it was nice. It was nice. It was cute. It was entertaining, and I have a lot of faith that this is going to be a good story. Now it's being made by Leiden Films, and if they sound familiar, it's because they've made some pretty good ones in the past couple years. They did Asakit Records of a Bastard Magic Instructor, which was dope. They did Koda Uso, which y'all know I love that show. Yamada-kun and Seven Witches, Hanebado. They did Killing Bites. They did Terraformers. They did Paco's Udon World, which was a cute little show. So they've got some good shows underneath them and a couple good romances. So I'm pretty excited to see that. Now it's an action comedy romance school shonen, so I'm not saying this is going to be an anime of the year candidate. I'm just saying that this is going to be one of the more entertaining shows to come out this season, maybe even this year. And this has been a really good, entertaining year for anime. So it's set to air on the 6th, which is Friday. Well, this past Friday. Like, as of now, as of the recording of this video, I haven't seen any of these. And this was one that I was particularly excited to see since I read the manga. So, yeah, definitely give it a chance. I mean, it may be your cup of tea, it may not be your cup of tea, but it's going to be very entertaining for me at least. So let's jump into the 4th entry on this list. Coming in at number 4 is an anime that I wasn't really looking at that hard this season, but after looking a bit more into it, I'm actually really hyped for this. It's called Radiant, and if you don't know what that is, let me explain it for you. It's about a kid named Seth who is an aspiring sorcerer from Pompo Hills, and like all wizards, he is infected, right? One of the few living beings who survived the contact with the Nemesis, which are creatures who fell from the sky and contaminated and decimated everything that they touched. And being immune to them, Seth wants to become a hunter and fight the Nemesis. But more than that, he wants to engage in a quest that goes beyond the simple hunt for him, and he wants to find the Radiant, which is their presumed cradle. He's going to be, aided by a faction of fellow sorcerers, and he's going to travel the world in search of the Radiant under the harsh scrutiny of the Inquisition. Now, after I saw all of this, like, I was kind of like, okay, this is going to be another, like, kind of like not that impressive type of show. But then I saw who was directing it, and it was Kishi Seiji. And if you don't know who that guy is, this dude is an awesome director. He actually directed Angel Beats, Assassination Classroom, and Tsukigakure. So he's got some really good shows under his belt that he has directed. Not even like assistant director, like anything like that. He was the director. And those 3 are bangers. Tsukigakure, I'd never finished, but a lot of people tell me it's one of the greatest romance anime that have been made up to date, which is gonna get me to go back and actually finish it and give my own opinion on it. But given all of that, and I actually read the first couple chapters of the manga, and it was actually pretty dope. So it might be this has the low-key potential to be anime of the year, and it also has the potential to be one of the next big 3 anime along with My Hero. So even if you like My Hero or not, it's a popular shonen, and I think this one's gonna be right next to it, even though it's not really like labeled a shonen. It's like action adventure, which is basically a shonen. So look forward to this. I think this is gonna be really dope, and I think you can watch it. Yeah, you can watch it on Crunchyroll and Funimations, and in some areas, in a lot of areas. But I really think that this is gonna be a really good show, and I really hope that you guys definitely check it out with me. Let's move on. Let's check out number 3 on the list, guys. Next up on the list, coming in at number 3, is Uroduku, The World of Colors. This is a drama, magic, and romance anime made by PA Works, who brought us such great shows like Angel Beats. And it's an original, so this can go one of a few ways. But this is set in the city of Nagasaki. The story takes place in a world where a minuscule amount of magic remains in everyday life. Hitomi is a 17-year-old descendant of a witch family who grew up with stale emotions because she lost her sense of color at a very young age, which sounds kind of rough. Feeling sorry for her granddaughter's future, Kohaku, a great witch, sends Hitomi to the past, to the year 2018. You know, the year where we eat Tide Pods. Through exchanges with her 17-year-old grandmother and her club members, the story follows Hitomi's growth as a person. The story sounds like it's gonna be super emotional, but it also sounds like it's going to be really, really interesting and really, really good. And I am looking forward to this. Now, I don't know what this romance is about, but we'll have to wait and see. From the animation, it looks nice, it looks crisp. Like I said, the story sounds interesting. So it's got 13 episodes. It's an original. We're just gonna have to see from here, boys. Like I'm expecting for it to be pretty doggone good. The guy who's directing this directed some Inuyasha movies. You know, he was co-director on some Lupin movies and some other good stuff he was behind. So judging by that, he knows how to work romances, because low-key Inuyasha was one of the best, had some of the best romance elements and stories that I've seen to date, and he had a pretty big hand in that. So I'm like, once again, like, I'm expecting this to be really, really good. I can't make any promises, but I can say that it, at the very least, is going to be a very enjoyable watch. You might cry, you might not. We all need to cry. We all need to be human. But yeah, this is something I'm definitely looking forward to. So let's move on to number 2 on this list. Coming in at number 2 is an anime that I have been waiting 7 years to get, fam. A sequel to an anime that at one point, and it's bitch, shut up. An anime that at, oh my fuck, an anime that when it was airing was one of the most popular titles, and it stayed popular up until maybe about 2 years ago. We've been screaming for this, and I'm talking about the 3rd season to a certain magical index, son. Oh, I am so excited for this. This is one of the best shows ever, bruh. Like, it's an easy 8.5 out of 10. Easy. And we've been waiting forever for this. Now, as long as it does not take the Full Metal Panic route and kinda goes off this ridiculous way of telling their story, then everything will be fine, man. This, if any of y'all out there have not seen this show whatsoever, you got some catching up to do, because this show's going to be lit. It's gonna steal your heart, son. It's gonna steal your heart. Oh, 7 whole years, boy. I've been waiting for this. Oh, I'm so excited. It doesn't have a synopsis. It's just the 3rd season. That's all it says. The 3rd season of a certain magical index. It's gonna pick up right where season 2 left off, and we about to hit this up, boy. It's about to be lit. To me, this is a great way to end the year anime wise, because we've gotten some great sequels this year. This one's probably one of the most anticipated, because we've been waiting a long time for it, boy. But let's move on to the number 1 anime that I'm most hyped to see. And last but certainly not least, the #1 anime this season that I am most looking forward to is Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer, for the lack of a better term, has the potential to be anime of the year. It's definitely gonna be a contender. It's an action fantasy anime. It's about a young priestess that formed her first adventuring party, but almost immediately they find themselves in distress, and it's the Goblin Slayer who comes to their rescue. A man who's dedicated his life to the extermination of all goblins, by any means necessary at that. And when the rumors of his feats begin to circulate, there's no telling who might come calling next. Bruh, I looked at this poster and I said, this looks like one of those like ecchi type shows, like How Not to Summon a Demon Lord type. However, I said, let me read this manga real quick. And then I read the manga, and the manga freaking blew my mind. Like, the manga to me was so legit, son. And it got me super excited for this, because goblins in the world that they're in are not a huge problem. Like, they're out there stuff like fighting like demon lords and like huge like dragons and stuff like that. So goblins aren't at the top of the list, but goblins are a problem. And this dude's like, I'm taking out these goblins, son. And he's in this awesome suit of armor, and he's gonna have a real crew that's gonna join up with him later on. And this is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be awesome, boy. I cannot wait. And it's being produced by Studio White Fox. And if you don't know who Studio White Fox, or if you don't remember who they are, let me run down their list of accomplishments, son. They did Science Gate, ReZero, The Devil's a Part-Timer, Akame Got Killed. Boy, they've come out with so many great anime over the years. This one's gonna be another one. This is going to be the littest anime of this season, and it might be the littest anime of the year. When I tell you that you need to be watching this, if you ain't gonna watch nothing else, you need to be watching this. This is gonna be a real one, son. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna air on the 7th, so it's coming out today, the day that this video drops, and it's going to be lit. Trust and believe in me. But Goblin Slayer is the anime that I'm most looking forward to this season. And that concludes the list, boys and girls. I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, this season is shaping up to be a pretty good final season of the year. And it's going to take us into 2019 with our heads held high. And the things that are coming out in the winter of 2019 are gonna rev that hype right back up. So I cannot wait. I can't wait. I just can't wait. But that's all I got for you guys this time. If you liked the video, definitely leave a like. What anime are you most looking forward to this season? Put that down in the comment section below. If you're new around here, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and join the family. I would love to have you over for Thanksgiving. We eat a lot of turkey. Do me a solid and share this video on all the social medias. Also, support me on Patreon and help support the channel. It goes a long way. And until next video, guys, peace out.
Sure.